Learning English can sometimes be difficult, right? But today, I'll show you why that's not a problem. And if you watch the video to the end, I'll reveal the secret to continuing to learn English every day. I'm Alex, and I'm so happy you are here today. In today's episode, I will talk about motivation in language learning. That means how to stay strong, how to keep going, how to enjoy the process of learning English, even when it feels hard. In this podcast, I speak slowly. I use simple words, and I repeat key ideas so you can understand easily. You can listen, repeat, and speak with me. You can practice English step by step. This is called shadowing. You listen, then repeat after me. So, are you ready? Take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin together. All right. Learning English is not easy, and that's okay. It's normal to feel tired. It's normal to feel slow. But you are not alone. Everyone who learns a new language needs time. You need time to listen, time to practice. You need time to understand. You need time to grow, to improve. Some days learning feels fun. Some days it feels hard. That's part of the journey. On good days, enjoy your progress. On bad days, just keep going. Even small steps are good steps. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to speak fast. You don't need to know every word. You just need to try. You just need to keep going. Slowly, gently, step by step. You are learning. You are doing something difficult, and you are doing it well. Learning English is like climbing a mountain. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you want to stop. But when you look back, you will see you have already come so far. You have learned new words. You have listened. You have practiced. You have improved. You are climbing. You are getting stronger. So don't give up. Some people learn fast. Some people learn slow. It doesn't matter how fast or slow you learn. What matters is how you learn. But all learners need one thing: motivation and discipline. Motivation and discipline is not magic. It's not always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. It's the little voice that says, "Try again. Don't stop. Just do one more minute." And that's enough. If you feel tired, rest, then come back. If you feel confused, breathe, then try again. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to return again and again. So ask yourself, why do I want to learn English? Maybe it's for your job. Maybe it's to travel. Maybe it's just because you enjoy it. Your reason is important. Your reason is strong. Your reason will help you stay motivated and disciplined. Remember, every day you practice English, you are moving forward. Even if it's just 10 minutes, even if it's just listening, Even if it's just trying, you are growing. You are becoming better. And you should be proud of yourself. You are doing something many people are afraid to do. You are learning a new language. You are opening a door to the world. And that takes courage. So stay motivated, stay patient, stay kind to yourself. You don't need to be fast. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to continue. So how do you stay motivated and disciplined when you feel tired? Let's be honest. Some days you feel tired. You feel busy. You feel stressed. You think, I don't want to study today. And that's okay. It's normal to feel tired. It's normal to take breaks. Your brain needs rest too. But you can keep going even on hard days. Here are a few ideas. Tip number 1, do just a little. You don't need to study for 1 hour. You don't need to do a big lesson. Just do one small thing. Listen to English for 10 minutes. Read one short paragraph. Repeat one sentence in your head. Even 1 minute is better than nothing. Learning English is not about doing a lot. It's about doing a little again and again. Tip number 2, remember your reason. Why are you learning English? Is it for your job? Is it to study abroad? Is it to speak with people from around the world? Is it just for fun? On the hard days, remember your why, your reason. Write it down. Say it out loud. Keep it close. Your reason is your fuel. It gives you energy when you feel tired. Tip number 3, make it easy. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for silence or energy or the right mood. Make English easy to start. Put your book on your desk. Save a video on your phone. Set a timer for 15 minutes. The goal is to start. And once you start, the rest becomes easier. Tip number 4, be kind to yourself. Don't say, I'm slow. Don't say, I will never speak well. Instead, say this, I'm learning. I'm trying. I'm doing something difficult, and I'm doing my best. You are human. You are growing. So be kind to yourself. You deserve kindness from others and from yourself. Tip number 5, celebrate small wins. Did you listen to English today? That's a win. Did you learn one new word? That's a win too. Did you try even a little? That's a win too. You don't need big results. You just need to notice the small victories, the small wins. Smile at them. Feel good about them because they matter. This will help your listening improve step by step. So don't worry if you don't understand every word. That's okay. Just listen, relax, and try to follow the meaning. Learning English takes time, but sometimes you don't feel your progress. You study, you listen, you practice, and still you ask, am I improving? Is this working? Why is my English still not good enough? But here's the truth. You are improving. You are better today than you were yesterday, even if you don't see it yet. So how can you see your progress? How can you feel that learning is working? Let's talk about a few simple ways. Tip number 1, write things down often. If you can keep a little English notebook, in this notebook you can write new words you learn, sentences you like, and things you did in English today. You don't have to write a lot. Even 1 or 2 sentences per day is enough. For example, today I read a book, I learned new English grammar, I watched a video. Later, maybe in 1 week or 1 month, you can read it again, and you will be surprised. You will say, "Oh, I remember when I learned this. This was so hard before, but now it feels easy." That, my friend, is real progress. Tip number 2, record your voice. I recommend this method to all students because it has taken my English to a completely different level. You don't need a fancy microphone like mine. Just use your phone. Say 1 or 2 sentences in English. For example, "Hello, my name's Emily. I live in Canada. I'm learning English because I want to study abroad." Then, next week, do it again. Say the same thing. Then listen and compare the two. You'll notice your pronunciation is a little better. Your voice is a little more confident. This is how you see your progress. It becomes real. It becomes something you can hear. Tip number 3, look back, not just forward. Sometimes we only look at what we don't know. We say, "I don't understand native speakers. I can't speak fast. I still make mistakes." But try something different. Look back. Look at what you could not do 1 month ago. Now look at what you can do today. Could you understand this podcast 2 months ago? Could you say 2 full sentences? Could you write 3 lines in English? Looking back helps you understand you are growing. You are not stuck.
You are moving. Sometimes progress is slow, but slow progress is still progress. Okay, in this part of the podcast, I will talk about something very important. I will talk about how to enjoy the process of learning English, even when it's slow, even when it's difficult, even when you make mistakes. The sentences in this section will continue to be a little longer than before. Still easy, still simple, but this will help your listening get stronger. All right, learning is a journey, not a race. You don't need to finish first. You don't need to be faster than others. Learning a language is a journey like a long walk. You go step by step. You stop and rest. Sometimes you go fast. Sometimes you go slow, and that's okay. You don't need to rush. You just need to continue. Remember, there is joy in learning. There is joy in small wins, in small victories, like when you understand 1 sentence in a movie, like when you speak to someone even for 10 seconds in English, like when you remember a word you learned last week. These are small, but they feel good. You don't need a test to tell you you're doing well. You can feel it in your own heart. Now, many learners are afraid of making mistakes. They say, "Alex, I don't want to speak because I might say it wrong," or "I feel nervous because my grammar is not perfect." But listen carefully, my friend. Mistakes are part of learning. In fact, mistakes are how you grow. When a baby learns to walk, it falls many times. But nobody says don't try. We smile and say, try again. And that's how the baby learns to walk. You are doing the same, just with English. You are walking. You are trying. You are learning. So if you say the wrong word, it's okay. If you forget something, it's okay. If someone corrects you, it's totally okay. That means you are learning. No one speaks perfectly all the time. Even native speakers make mistakes. So please don't be afraid. Speak anyway. Write anyway. Practice anyway. You just need to be brave. You don't always need to study in a serious way. You can make learning fun. You can listen to music in English. You can watch short videos. You can speak to yourself in the mirror. You can read something interesting, not just textbooks. Learning can be a part of your daily life. It can feel like play, not pressure. When you enjoy learning, you learn more. When you smile while studying, your brain remembers better. So find what you love and do it in English. All right, in this part of the episode, I want to talk to you about something important, your future. I want to show you how learning English, even slowly, even in small steps, can open new doors in your life. English is not just a subject. It's not just the class you take. It's a tool. It's a key. It's something you can use in real life everywhere. When you learn English, you can talk to people from different countries. You can make new friends online. You can understand movies, books, music, and news in English. You can join conversations, not just listen from the side. You can be part of the global world. Think about it. More than 1.5 billion people speak English today. That means when you speak English, you are never truly alone. Thank you so much for watching this video. This shows you're on the right track. Remember that. I love you. Hope to see you soon.